Hello everybody, it is Danlags, and I am back again for episode number 72, I believe it is 72, of Constructing Los Angeles, guys. We are back in the city today, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of, city work like we've been doing last few episodes. One of these days I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit and try to do some stuff outside the city district, on this part of the map. Just because we've been working on the city district for like the last 10 episodes or so I'm sure it's getting a little bit drawn out. But anyway, got a lot of stuff that I got done last couple days here in the city, so we'll do a quick recap of what I've done. First off, the McDonald's headquarters building, which you guys seem to really like. I got the front of the building pretty much done. This is the design that I finalized. Kind of like that curving shape in the middle, just to make it look like kind of fun and I guess kid friendly. I guess a kid would kind of like enjoy looking at that. But anyway, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I started adding a lot of roads. Like I just started planning out some more grids, and as you can see, that this road goes all the way down, starts to curve over here, over near this house. This is actually an area that I want to work in very soon, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, like you have like the curved road that goes all the way back down towards the plots, and this whole space here, I think I'm gonna add a park maybe, or actually this might be just more. I'm not sure yet, actually. I don't really know. I gotta. Oh no. This is where I was gonna add the park over here, since I started putting like these shrubs in, these hedges, I guess, is the barrier of the park. So like this grass is gonna come across here, and there's gonna be like a little pond in the middle. It's gonna be a bigger park, a park that's a lot better than the old crappy one that I had, way back in the day. And then over here, I think I'm just gonna have like a legit lake. Like this is all swamp biome over here, so I didn't want, as you can see. The grass is very dark, and I don't like swamp biome grass. So I'm going to make this a lake, most likely. I think that's probably the thing I'll do with that. And then, the road goes all the way back over towards the stadium. So pretty good progress here on Los Angeles. Another thing I've been working on also, I started adding another building next to this one. So it's already nighttime. I guess I forgot to sleep before I start this episode, but whatever. Yeah, here's another building that I started. Basically what I want to do with this building is I've built it. I started building it, and then I put out some plan for another one over here next to that one. So basically I'm gonna have two of the same building, like identical, right next to each other, and that's gonna be kind of like what we'll have over here. I guess I'll just have them like twin apartment buildings or something like that, something along those lines. So that is gonna be that, and let's just go ahead and sleep first before we really get started building here. Sorry that it's been like 3 minutes before we actually do anything, but let's go fly back over there, because that's in an area that I do want to work on this episode. So how's everybody doing? Hope you guys, thanks for tuning in, I guess, for episode 72. Appreciate it. What I'm going to be doing real quick before we actually start building something new, I guess I could say, I'm just going to show you guys this new thing I've been working on over here, right? So I used to have like an old bulkhead over here that kind of led into the barrier of the map. Just like the very corner of the map is like right around here. Yeah, like right here is the very edge of the map. And we have the wall here that kind of like connects the city streets to the ocean, I guess. Just like like a like a bulkhead. And what I've done with this is I've kind of adapted it to this texture pack. It used to be like kind of spruce wood and snow, and it just didn't really match too well. So instead, I'm using a bunch of stone bricks and things like that. And I think one of the cool features of this is that the mossy stone brick is at the bottom, so it kind of represents like the moss kind of build up, or along the water. So just kind of like that kind of thing, sea residue or whatever you want to call it. But I thought that was actually a pretty cool idea. So I just want to do like a couple of these to start, and then we'll work on a building for this episode. So that's the plan, guys. And speaking of plans, right? So I'm thinking about doing another house let's build in the coming days. The last house let's build that I did was the one on the yellow house, like the yellow traditional house that we just finished up a few days ago. And by the way, I'm not putting this all the way down to the water just yet. I don't want to finalize it. Yeah, so that house I really love. I think that house turned out pretty good. I was happy with the way it turned out, and it kind of like reminded me how much I like doing, like just simple house let's builds. Nothing too huge, something that only takes like 5 or 6 episodes to build, but it's still a fun house to build nevertheless, and you can still make it look pretty cool. So that's a lot of stuff I did like when my channel first started up. So that's something that I want to do again. So I'm probably going to start building another house within the next few days here as another let's build. And I'm not sure what kind of style I'll do yet, so I guess I'll just leave leave it up to you guys in the comments. If you guys want me to do like a modern house or another like traditional looking house, just let me know in the comments, guys, what you're interested in. And also, if you guys could give me some, what do you guys want me to, do you guys want me to do any other series, any other kind of series, whether it be survival or, you know, creative, anything, guys. Just give me suggestions. I'm open to you know, listen to you guys as like what you guys want me to do for the summer, since I have, you know, time to record a lot more things. So I want to get some, you know, some new stuff out to you guys, some stuff that you haven't seen before, things like that. So leave suggestions. I'll go through the comments and, you know, see if you guys have any cool thoughts. The castle let's build is, you know, one thing that I know a lot of people will be asking about. So I'll just clarify that before, you know, I get 1,000 comments about it. The castle, I do want to continue the castle. What I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to go in the castle world sometime within the next 2 days or so. I'm just going to evaluate how much progress I've had, because when I say I haven't been in that world for 2 months, I'm like serious. I have not been in that world for like 2 months. So, well, like I said, I'll go into that world soon, and I'll reevaluate the progress that I've made so far and see if I want to change anything, and then I'll start the Let's Build back up for you guys. Hopefully by, you know, the beginning of June. Well, what's today's date? Today's the 27th. So, yeah, I mean, June is a couple days away. So hopefully, like by like in June, at some point in June, hopefully early June, I will try to start back up the castle Let's Build. You guys that was a, you know, a series that you guys liked a lot. I know it hasn't been around for a long time, so some of you new subscribers may not have seen it. You know, like I haven't built it in a while, so I have to go back in and see if I still even like the castle. So that's all I'm gonna do for the bulkhead right now. But you guys kind of get the point, right? You know, it's just it's pretty simple. I think it's gonna look good going all the way down, and I think if this is a design that I can finalize. My old design was a little bit iffy, so you know, this design is gonna be better for the, you know, this texture pack and moving forward. So, you know, my thought process on texture packs, right? I think that editing my world to make it look good for the city texture pack is necessary, because my thought process is, if there's going to be a texture pack that comes out that's better than the city texture pack, I think it's safe to assume that the blocks that look good in the city texture pack will also look good in a future texture pack that could be better, plus more blocks that are also looking good. So let's say, for example, some texture pack comes out and like blocks like stone bricks, all the wools and stuff like that, they all look really nice. And maybe some other blocks like snow and clay and what are some other blocks that are kind of like NU and city, like spruce wood, stuff like that becomes usable again. You know, that's going to be great. So I said I was going to start working on this bulkhead, so I'll start working on it. And also over here, I just kind of have like some assorted random, you know, shrubbery and things like that. It's like some planted, what's that stuff called? Wheat, and I got some ferns and some grass, some flowers, and these birch trees. For whatever reason, I've started to like birch trees again. I'm weird like that. I go through trends in this game. But yeah, yeah, so like that's kind of my idea. Like if another texture pack comes out that's going to be better than the city, then I shouldn't have to adapt the map for that texture pack. It should be just as good as the city in terms of like, you know, overall, you know. So that's my thought process on that. Who knows when we'll get another like texture pack that's like really cool. I heard that the Halo mashup pack is coming out tomorrow, which I'll probably get. I'll probably get that and do something on it, since, you know, I have played Halo, so I'm not a noob on that game like I was like on Mass Effect when that mashup pack came out. So I'll get that and check it out. Hopefully it's pretty cool. I watched the trailer for it and it looked pretty cool. So yeah, I guess I'll hope for the best for that. There's another mashup pack for the game, and, you know, heading into, I guess, the future of Minecraft. So that's cool. And what I'm doing right now is just putting some cobblestone down. I gotta add like the sewage, or this, I don't know why I keep saying sewage, the sewers, the drainage sewers in between the you know, the street lights and things like that. So basically what I'm just doing is just lining up the street lights, just like where the block is going to be. I'm not actually going to build them right now since they're kind of tedious, but I just want to line them up real quick just to make sure that this is all a-okay. So right there, right? Yeah. And then right over here like that. So that area that I was talking about earlier, you know, up by that hill, where that modern house is, that smaller one, that is going to be kind of like a Beverly Hills, or, you know, best way to explain it is if you played Grand Theft Auto 5, GTA 5, Los Santos, there's kind of like this hilly area that, you know, has a lot of like kind of modern houses, and or like whatever you want to call it, kind of houses in it. And why is this all really weird. Whatever. Yeah, so, you know, that's kind of the idea there. So I'm going to try to build some, like, modern houses up on a hill, and I think it should be pretty cool. So that is a thing that I will be doing. And I got to fix up this median line later because, you know, as you can see, it's only one block there. That's a mistake. So I just need to move it out one. It shouldn't be too hard. I'll do that later, though. But, yeah, yeah, that's kind of what the idea that I have. I want to build some modern houses up on those hills as kind of like a rich, you know, suburban district of the city. So that is a thing that I'll be doing in the future. But for now, let's go ahead and do a little skyscraper work. Since we got a little bit of that done, we got a little bit of this done. Let's do a little bit of this skyscraper. So this is a new one that I just added. And again, like I said, this is probably going to be an apartment building since it's like right on the water, maybe. Not entirely sure what this building will be. For the most part, I've kind of figured out what buildings are going to be what. But this one, I'm still not sure yet. I kind of just like built it yesterday. I was in like the building mood yesterday. I got a lot of work done in Los Angeles yesterday. So I was in the building mood and I, you know, was cranking out stuff. So I got like the entire McDonald's done, like that whole park area I was planning out. The most important thing I did yesterday was planning, though. That was critical. You know, I got a lot of, you know, ideas written down and things that I want to add to the city, and just trying to make it as best I can make it because, you know, I'm putting my all into the city. So as far as this wall goes, I think I could just either add windows here or just fill it all in, because in the front I have doors and I'm trying to make it kind of symmetrical. All right, so we got those windows there, and then my idea for this one was to kind of give it a little bit more of a simple look. And you know, it started off as a kind of a simple design, but then I started adding some like bushes and things like that. I just can't resist. But you know, this wall is a little bit more plain, but I'm gonna add some stuff to this one as well. But no, because all these skyscrapers that I've made so far have been pretty crazy, you know, as far as just like the designs on them have been kind of like taking a long time to make. So I just wanted to build one that was a little bit simpler for once. Okay, so let's just kind of copy this going across here. 1, 2, 3. We got 3 of those windows, but I think it's going to be 4 on this one since we got a little bit more space on this side one. So I'm not entirely sure about these like quartz shutters for these windows. We'll see. Right here and right. Wait. Yeah, I figured that would happen. I gotta make it a little bit different on this side since it is a little bit different. So let's see. We got 1, 2. What is this? Get that out of there. Yeah, I guess I could just move this one right here, right? Maybe not. We'll find out if I can place these blocks properly. Okay, so we got 3 blocks in between there and 2 blocks there. 1 and 1. So I can either make the window wider or have no window at all. I think I'll just make it wider. I think that's probably the better idea here. So then I can just fill this in and this in right there. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. I just want to worry that was wrong for a second. And that will be filled in, and that's already filled in. So there we go. We got kind of like the side windows there. That looks good, and that kind of lines up with this middle console thing. So that works out. All right, what other details do we need to add here on the side? We got some of these like quartz things in the windows right over here. I like to add those on houses and things like that just to spruce up the windows and make them look better. All right, let's place some ferns here. This is probably swamp biome, but it's okay. The ferns don't look all that bad in the swamp biome. All right, let's see. Where is my bed? I have one around here somewhere. There it is. I have them all over the place. All right. Let's see. Where were we? Well, obviously we need to get this. Let's just get rid of these flower pots for now. Gotta take this quartz across through here. Let me get some swiftness for this. I actually have it in my inventory, so we're good to go. Quartzy, 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 quartz. Quartzy, 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 quartz. All right, and then this is just gonna, I believe this quartz just like wraps all the way around in front. Yeah, it does. All right, let's do it. So this goes all the way around like this and like that. Yep, and then runs all the way down through here, all the way back this way, and then back to the front. So my idea is, right, I want to get this skyscraper done, like the outside of it, and then I'll build the exact same skyscraper right over there. Shouldn't take too long to like just duplicate it, and then we'll move on to some other skyscrapers. It's going to be so much fun once we have all these skyscrapers up on this map, and I'm going to have to come back in and do the interior on all of them. That is going to be so fun. And by so fun, I mean it's going to be brutal. Interior on skyscrapers is not something I particularly like to do, that's for sure. If I had to choose between the exterior and the interior, I would go exterior all day. I don't know. It's a little bit more fun. Okay, so we got that. It goes all the way around. And then we have, on top of the windows here, we have these things. Whoops, missed a spot. There we go. Like that. Alright, well now what can we put here? Since, you know, we have this flat space here where the door normally is. So we got to figure out something that we can put there. Well, let's see. It's right on the edge of the... Maybe I could just cover it up with trees, or I could add some, like, bushes or something. I'm sure shrubbery, but... Yeah, like, this thing here is going to be, like, one of those, like, city gardens. Same thing over here. And this one I actually could fill in. I didn't get a chance to do this on CLD a couple episodes ago. Remember, guys, when the darn PVR decided it wanted to... Or, not PVR. I don't have a PVR anymore. The Elgato decided it wanted to stop recording for a little bit. That was a shame. Alright, so let me just fill this in, just so I have it filled in, because I need to eventually fill it in, so why not do it just now? And then these walls need to not be that block, they need to be stone bricks. It's nice being able to use stone bricks in the city, you know. I remember back when I played natural texture pack on this world, which seems like forever ago, you know, even though it wasn't that long ago. That was holding me back in the city. You know, you couldn't use a lot of blocks. You couldn't use... Well, I mean, you could use them, but I personally didn't like the way they looked. Of course, that's just me. You know, you can't... I didn't use stuff like stone bricks, stone, things like that. You know, I was kind of limited, so... City texture packs opened up the, you know, the possibilities, and rightfully so, considering it's called the city texture pack. Like, I would imagine that the city texture pack would look good for a city, you know? Is that crazy? Am I being too logical right now? So, yeah. Let's see, let's just fill this in. I just want to get this done now. It's just good to get it out of the way. And then look, there's the old bulkhead, guys. Check it out. That's what the old bulkhead looked like for those of you guys who haven't seen it. Ugly, ugly. Built it back in like September. Those were troubling times here in Los Angeles. We've renovated since then. This world is gonna take me forever to finish because I keep changing things. But you know, it's good. It's better to make it as best I can make it. You know, don't want to half-ass it. Don't want to half-ass anything in Minecraft. Okay, what else can we do? This wall needs to be like add, you know, all the special goodies to it. So let's start at least on that. Quartz pillars will go every other window in the middle. So like there. Whoops, and they got to go upside down as well. And by pillars I mean stairs. I said pillars. So there and not there. Yep. And right here. Nope. Stop. There we go. And right here. And right here. And here. And there. Okay. And then we got to get out our spruce leaves. Sprucey spruce leaves. Best leaves in the game. I believe these go up to the... Yes. Okay. I was right. They go up to... Well, I mean, we can just kind of eyeball it. Right there. Oh yeah, we got this. Going all the way back down. Alright, so once I have these leaves done, then we can start adding a little bit more of the detail to the side of this skyscraper. And then we'll go from there. We'll go from there, see what we got to. But like I said, guys, next episode of CLD, I want to do something a little bit different from the city. I'll do something on some other part of the map, you know. Not that I'm getting bored of building the city. I'm totally 100% like enthralled in the city right now. I just feel like I should build in a different part of the map for once, since it's been, like I said, like 10 episodes. Oh no, I'm screwing that up. It's been a while since we've built something other than city. Is that a whole thing? Okay, no, for whatever reason, I decided I wanted to change. Take it all the way up. I don't actually know how high this is gonna go. To like here. Like, how did I do it over here? Oh, I put slabs on top. Interesting. I don't know if that's even a solution. I don't know what I was thinking there. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll check it. We'll double check it. take these all the way down. These pillars are just for more decoration, you know. I don't even know what they're supposed to be. All right, let's fly back up here. Go all the way back up. And there. I don't think I'm going to put one in the middle since it's 2 blocks wide. I don't think it'll look very good. So then we have these things here, which will go every 2. So here, oh, that's not what I want. There we go. Here, 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 there. Hopefully this works. No, it doesn't work. All right, we got this. We can solve this. 3 and 3. Sounds like a plan. Or maybe we can move them over. Oh, that's going to be so much better since it lines up a little bit better. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Figured that out. Okay, and now what did I do over here as well? Okay, I added carpets on top and then buttons just to add more detail. Why not? Why not? Button. Right there and there and there, there. And these aren't buttons, by the way. These are carpets. I don't know why I'm saying button. There's our buttons. Adds a little bit more detail from a distance. All right, what else did we have on this? I think that's good. I think we added the detail to that. So now this is starting to look pretty good from a side view. I don't think it needs to be any taller. I think it's good, a good height and a good width. So it looks pretty proportional. But I need to figure out what I want to do with this area. Maybe I could just take this, these slabs across here, just kind of fill some space. That could be a solution to this problem. Not really a problem, but something like that. What else can we add here? I guess we could just add like regular old windows, like every 2 blocks. Is that gonna work? It doesn't look like it. I think we can solve this. We can figure this out, guys. We can figure it out. So let's say there's a window there, and there's a window there. So it's 2 blocks away from those. Let's fill that in. So if we go 4 blocks, like, no. 3. So how about 2, then 3, then 3, then 2. Yeah, that should be a solution. That'll probably look pretty good. So let's try that out. Okay, break these blocks here, and right here. Is that a solution? A little bit bland, a little bit boring, but I think the trees will help to, you know, cover up that. It's really simple for, you know, my kind of skyscraper. I like to add like all these crazy fancy schmancy details to it, but hey, you know, I think that's okay. I think that's okay. It's every once in a while you can go a little bit simple like that. Maybe I can throw something maybe, I don't know. Just something that can spice it up a little bit. Like random anvils on top of cobblestone walls for the heck of it. We're leaving those. Don't know why, don't know how, whatever. We're leaving them. All right, let's see. Not too shabby. So if we come on the inside here, it's actually fairly spacious on the inside. It looks to be. This one's got a lot of floors to it as well, so pretty good little skyscraper. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end the episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It has been your friendly neighborhood Dangeles. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to smack the like button and give it a like, guys. Give the video a like. I would appreciate it very much. And that is pretty much it, guys. So thank you very much for watching. It has been your friendly neighborhood Dangeles. I don't know if I said that already. I probably did because I do that a lot during my outros. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace out.